Yo, what's up? Now, before you see how much time I absolutely wasted editing a certain part of this video, let me play the world's smallest violin and tell you my sob story. Now, I really enjoy making guides, and I love it when people are like, yo, this build was good, or someone says, hey, you missed this part or whatever. That's completely fine. One thing actually triggers me, and it's a good thing for you. You see, I'm a little petty and a little jealous when it comes to certain items being dropped for people when I have never gotten one. And yeah, blah blah, played since beta, over 10,000 hours. I've never dropped a mirror, okay? And this comment right here, like, props to this guy. Hey, I'm glad he got his drop, but he got 2 fucking mirrors. I've never had one. I've literally, the best thing I've ever had was 7 years bad luck. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this. I could lie to you and say, oh, I want to test the Harpy strat. No, I want to see if the game will not give me my mirror. Can I just force it to give me my mirror? Now, if you don't know how the strat works, like 25 seconds, we can break this down real quick. You open your atlas, take this one, get one of every Harpy scarab and just put them in the atlas. Scroll on over to the Harpies and click enter. There you go. That's the entire strat. That's what I'll be doing for 500 maps. Now, I guess a little bit of a disclaimer, this character is cast on crit DD, but he is complete balls to the walls dog shit. He was barely able to do tier 17 maps. He's just some leftover character from my 0 to Hero challenge, and since I haven't played for, a month and a half because, Elden Ring, he's pretty terrible. So I'm gonna probably have to sell anoles or, whatever I get as I go, but I'm gonna be writing down everything, keeping a tally. So at the end of the video, there's gonna be spreadsheets and, we can go over all that shit later on in the video. All right, so now that we're on the same page and you understand how salty I am, let's see if I can get a mirror in 500 maps. Quick check-in. I'm at 119 and I'm gonna be honest, this cock DD shit ain't cutting it. I keep trying to watch my shows on my other monitor, and something cool happens, I look away, and I fucking die. So I'm just gonna do what I should have did in the first place. Blade Vortex. All right, we're at 296, vibes are high, big fracturing orb drop. I'm feeling good, but I'm not doing this for fracturing orbs.
Where's my fucking mirror?
Well, I wasn't really expecting to get a mirror, but not even a fucking mirror shard, bro? What is this game? God damn! I don't want anyone to ever tell me I'm lucky. If you go to my stream this league and I get fucking lucky, don't say nothing. I didn't get lucky, obviously. All right, anyway, jokes aside. Now, before deep diving into my spreadsheet, I wanted to compare it to this because this was the, I wouldn't say original inspiration. I was planning on doing this before I stopped playing, but this kind of was like a good reminder, and I wanted to see, does he have mirror shards? So he ran 400 maps and he got, this many anoles, somewhat similar to mine. I think I ran 500, I guess, right? So I definitely got more, but he got way more fracturing orbs than me. And then the interesting one was, a lot of people here were talking about like they don't get mirror shards, you never see one. And then this guy also running a bunch, ran over, what, 1,000 maps, I think he said? 1,200 maps, and he's seen 8 fracture explosions, but no mirror shards. So, unfortunately, it looks like the mirror shard bingo lottery just does not exist. If I'm gonna be completely honest, the last time I did this was Ritual League, so I did kind of assume I would get a mirror shard like every 200 maps, because that's what happened the last time I played, but obviously that was years ago, and I imagine they've been nerfed, and I was probably using some strat that doesn't exist anymore, so that kind of on me, but you know, I still wanted to do the test anyway, so it is what it is. Let's get to what I got. This was a fresh start character technically, so this isn't actually correct, and it's 3.5 months into the league, so you know, div an hour and shit. I really don't want to bother doing div an hour when we're 3.5 months into the league, but just doing some just like basic surface level, you know, glancing. I did get 2 Einhar's memory that were 20 div each, so you know, add 40 on top of this. I sold 1 divination of each 2, so that's like another 14 div, and then you know, Knowles I sold like 300 and something. There's no ancients in here. I think they're 2C each, so you know, it's like, it's definitely over 200 div. One thing I didn't mention is that it took me about looking at my recordings right now, it took about, it looks like 14 to 15 hours. I'm missing like 2 hours of gameplay, like between like 270 and 290 it like corrupted, so yeah, it's about like 14 to 15 hours. Obviously I had a headhunter and a BV. Once I had that, it was significantly better. I mean, obviously Harbies are good. They're extremely easy, extremely mindless. You know, if this is the start of the league, they'd be a lot more valuable. And if Necropolis wasn't here giving, you know, 4 fucking fractures to every single item in the game, the Nulls would obviously be more valuable, and fracturing orbs would be even more valuable. So I think Harbies are good. I liked Harbies. The last time I played him was Ritual League. That's why I played BV Occultist, because I played a Headhunter build in Hardcore Ritual, and you know, every build at that time had explode stuff. So I was like, nostalgia. That's why the character's name Nostalgia. Don't copy the character. I literally didn't finish the character. Just don't ask about it. Don't copy it. It's terrible. Now, obviously, as you can see, I did have 650 ancient orbs, and yeah, I mean, they're all gone. I didn't get jack shit. That belt was cursed, and you know, it is what it is. I mean, even if I got a headhunter at this point in the league, you know, it would only have been worth like 8 to 10 diff, but you know, still, it's about the luck rather than the value. One interesting thing is I actually sustained chaos. It's 6C out of the Atlas device, and I actually sustained chaos. Aside from, you know, buying chisels or whatever, I didn't go under. Every now and then I'd hit a dry streak of chaos, but I pretty much sustained chaos the entire time, and that is pretty damn surprising. I'm not gonna lie. I would be curious if doing this test with Magic Find would be significantly better. Not for the Annuls or Ancients or anything like that, but just from, you know, just general loot. But maybe next league I'll do that test. Well, the strat was fun. I enjoyed myself. I got to turn my brain off. I caught up on a lot of shows, you know, catching up from the Elden Ring stuff. And now I'm going to take all this money. I'm probably going to stream a lot for the next 2 months, probably every day if I can. My internet's better. My real life stuff is going well, actually, for once. And I'm going to be working on at least 6 league starters I'll have out before the league starts. And if I test stuff or the patch notes, you know, change some stuff, then we'll go from there. But yep, that's it. Have a good one. If somehow you made it this far, I'm not going to lie. If you have any non-copyright music recommendations, I may or may not use them in videos. It's just, you know, hey, throwing it out there. I'll catch you later.